Oh hey there lads, my name is Lossy and today I've got some really exciting news for you all. Just yesterday the new This Is Battlefield 5 blog post was updated with some extra info. I'll be covering each update in concise videos over the next day or so, but to kick it all off, I thought we'd cover the newly outlined War Stories. War Stories being the single player mode of Battlefield 5 carried over from Battlefield 1. At launch, there will be a total of 3 war stories to play along with a prologue. NORDLYS is one of 2 war stories we've actually already have glimpses of. In DICE's words, this story involves a young resistance fighter who carries a weight greater than her weapons and ammo. Her story centers on not only her fight for her country's liberation from occupying forces, but her family's survival. This is the first war story, but I'd imagine the setup will be similar to Battlefield 1 in that we can play them in whatever order we'd like. Under No Flag is up next, and again we've seen a tiny glimpse of this war story too. Tasked with blowing up a German airbase in the scorching North African desert, a young British criminal with poor judgment causes mayhem, but learns valuable lessons. Honestly reminds me a little of the BF1 war story about the pilot. You know, the criminal that heads behind enemy lines to learn a valuable lesson. I'm still very eager to hop in and play it though. TIRAILLEUR? Sorry, it's French, I'm Irish, there's no hope of me pronouncing that correctly, is our next war story. This one sounds really interesting. It's high intensity all-out infantry warfare where Senegalese units of the French colonial forces fight to liberate the French homeland that they've never even seen before. We know DICE are telling the untold stories of World War II, so I'm very excited to see what they're referring to here. If you lads have any ideas, do please let me know in the comments. After a tiny bit of research myself, I found that these units actually saw combat in numerous locations, like the south of France as well as in Italy and the island of Corsica. Could be cool to explore those new locations. And finally, the war story we've been waiting for, The Last Tiger. I'll just read the description from DICE first. In the twilight of World War II, the German army descends into chaos. A lone Tiger tank crew begins to question the ideology that got them to this point. German perspective at long last. It was something we begged DICE to include in Battlefield 1, and now we can see they've listened. The catch with this one, however, is that it won't release until after the launch of the game. It's a pity, but on the bright side, this confirms the idea of post-launch war story content. Again, something else we really wanted for Battlefield 1, so I'm thrilled to see it here with Battlefield 5. This is something DICE could further expand upon way down the line. Imagine if each or every second chapter of the Tides of War live service contained a war story relating to that time period. That would be amazing. I'll personally find it really interesting to see the story of World War II in the final years from the German perspective. It's something I've always been a little bit interested in, especially when they turn against their command. But anyway, thank you lads for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a like, I'd really appreciate that, or a dislike if you didn't. Comment down below which war story sounds most exciting to you and why. Subscribe for more Battlefield 5 content from me, but until the next video, I'll see you lads later.